Yes.
Isn't it funny how he says he's
out
not?
of more money, pussy, and fentanyl than everyone's talked themselves into. I got to tell you.
Isn't it funny how he says he doesn't manipulate, but then he always says that he does? You know, I'm a damn good manipulator. Do we have that clip? Do you have that as a soundbite?
Manipulator, man. Hey, Brian O'Shea's here. Brian O'Shea. Brian O'Shea, we're celebrating your 1 month to the day where this moment happened. Brian O'Shea, this is your life. Do you remember on this day what happened? 1 month to the day?
You got a clip of it or something?
You put a bed together.
Sitting in your hot car, looking grotesque, railing about declaring war on myself, OTW, and others for viewers and attention, and probably fiat as well, because you're horribly desperate. So this is your life. I should probably have a producer for this. This is where I have music. Usually, this is where I would have music. There it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, Brian O'Shea. Where were you 1 month ago today? On the steps of the Capitol? No, in your hot, disgusting, urine-filled car. All right, so can we check in on that? I want to see that. I think I and the others want to see that. I haven't seen it yet, but it did pop up in my feed for some reason, showing that the algorithm will push pretty much anything except Honorable Circuit Court Judge Unslavius, which is, of course, blasphemy. So let me go to that. If you guys got any... Oh, we don't even need comments. We're right here. Here it is.
God damn it. Now I'm near Rob Cleveland in Vegas. We're going to meet up and bang a couple of chubby checkers. You're asking what the chubby checker?
Oh, God.
I'm going to hit on fat chicks and have sexual intercourse. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it's been a war declared, people. What's up, Michelle? Ready? I don't know what you're laughing at over there. I'm just trying to fucking talk over here. Got Jackie. You got all the women in the house, guys. People are gonna get triggered. Don't even start trying to come in my stream. Fucking flat earth, you stupid dumb fucks. Here's what Z said yesterday. What a fucking moron. These fucking dumbasses, dude. And I love Z, dude. You're a fucking dude. I'm bisexual, Z. I don't know. I'm coming out of my bisexuality. I'll fucking make out with you, Z, if I meet you in person, probably. Anyways, fuck, where am I going? I feel
Brian O'Shea takes all from.
Anyways, he goes, yeah, I just want to focus on flat earth. My health, I just want to go online and talk about flat earth. And yeah, I don't want to go on Paul Enslaved. I just want to fucking do videos on flat earth and argue with fucking dumb fucks about flat earth. You dumb fuck. You spent 9 hours arguing with dumb fucks over flat earth, you dumb fuck. We're going to bring the dumb fuck back. I'm going to say dumb fuck 999 times this stream. Count every time I say dumb fuck, because you're dumb fuck OTW News, dumb fuck Zetetic Warrior, dumb fuck Karen B, dumb fucks. Now, OTW News, I got love for you. You're a hard worker. I don't know what you're fucking, apparently you're in this flat earth community. Just kind of a little bit of a dumb fuck, but I got respect for you because me and you are kind of equals. You're actually above me in this game.
Salting Karen B now for no reason.
Grinding. You got fucking numbers. You got fucking people. But you're a dumb fuck. What does it matter? You're still a dumb fuck. And if I keep doing my thing consistently, I'm going to fucking surpass you. Dumb fuck.
Nah.
Nothing wrong with bisexualism. Is that a word? I like it. Anyways. Jackie. All right. Come up and show them thighs again. That was hot. I'm a bisexual, not a homosexual.
Insanely creepy.
Get it all. Deviant. I'm greedy.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. Anyways. Oh, yeah. We ain't got time, guys. Paul's going slaved in fucking a little bit. I got to pack it in. Put it in. Push it. Pack it in there. Put it in real tight. Yeah. Anyways. What a bunch of dumb fucks. So I called Karen B's show, right? I'm going to go back. I should probably play some of it. What a dumb fuck. I'm probably going to sound like a dumb fuck. Now I'm scared to go play it because I probably sound like a disorientated retard who can't fucking put a whole coherent thought together. All right, I will admit, I was jumping from bop, bop, bop. She goes, tell me about mountain bricks. And then I was like, what do you think about sex? And she kicked me out of her show. Well, it wasn't quite like that, but that would be her explanation. All of a sudden, he's like, I want to have a threesome with you and Rose. 777. What a deviant.
You did say that.
That's not what happened. I didn't bring it up. Someone else brought it up. I think it's hearsay. I might have said it. I don't know. Sounds like something I would be like, I want to have a threesome with Rose and fucking Karen B. Why not? Who the fuck wouldn't? They're hot. Anyways, I'm a
And
bisexual.
the quiet Brian is the live
Try
Brian, right?
anything, all right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
Okay.
was that meth? What was that? 'Cause
What is
that's not
this
you.
meta that you're doing, Brian O'Shea?
No, what was that? Adderall, meth. It was something. I mean, I appreciate it.
That was
I would like to
nice.
be
I don't
there.
really. That was kind of entertaining, and I don't really disagree
It
with a lot of
was.
it.
It
I
was
mean,
fast,
I
but
think
I'm
it's
asking you, can you tell me what you were on while you were doing it?
Oh, it's just called manic. Little manic. You know, people get manic,
No,
depressive.
that's not
it's a little
true.
manic-y.
It's not true.
You're ugly, and if you did bang all those girls as a personal trainer, it's fucking disgusting. And may Lord have mercy on your soul. You suck, Aaron.
Yeah, I've already been through it. Thanks. The Lord has mercy
But,
on my soul.
But anyways, what I was let me respond to what the fuck was just played, Aaron, instead of you, dumb fuck. Yeah, it was. I kind of like that actually, and it's interesting that Z and all these other idiots are now fighting each other. It's like Z versus Austin at the Melodome, and there's all this infighting now. When I originally came out with "fuck all y'all," and now they're all like "fuck all y'all." So it's just interesting.
No, I love it because it's not like infighting. It's like Z is taking on the flat Earth community himself. I appreciate it. Dark Z rising.
Hey O'Shea,
not
you want to
gonna-
like refocus for a second, maybe because we're not hitting our program here on time because we descended into insanity again. You want to cover like some slave news real quick? Maybe we could fulfill the docket.
And you can fill that hole in your soul.
Oh, we never got to. Yes, the hole in my soul that's dying to be taken seriously as some kind of broadcaster, and
No,
not
I
just
mean
a.
O'Shea's soul.
Oh, okay. You got to be specific there. Might
Oh
start saying too
wait,
much.
O'Shea's soul is leaned by the dark forces. I forgot. All over a fleshlight of his own butthole.
Right. Okay, I got a video from Snafu Snap's dad first. He's apparently upset with Snaps as well. So we're gonna be quick with this.
What's going on, Snafu? I love you, man. You were fucking there for me. I felt comfortable my first day in there, really, you know, and you go, well, I'm just gonna do this, and you know, you did that for me, and
He's talking about
you'll
like
always have a
treatment.
spot in my heart, dude. Always.
He's saying he felt comfortable his first day in there at treatment because Snafu encouraged him to finally go to treatment. But then, you know, I think there's more here. There's some upsetting information somewhere.
And forever. Building a guitar. And it's not out of skateboards. I can tear it up. I don't want to tear up and cry or nothing. I wasn't part of the video. I don't know. I comment a little bit in the chats and all that, but I'd like to have been part of that because that sounded pretty touching what y'all did for Snafu, man. I worry about him, you know, and worry about everybody.
Get home, Snafu. Daddy's worried.
And I just got off a live. I went live for about 3 hours on Facebook. Played a whole Alex Jones show that had David Icke on it.
Oh man, here we go. This is why they're all like that. All these children are like that. They grew up on Alex
Wake some
Jones and
people
David
up because they're
Icke.
going to kill a bunch of people.
Reptilians.
No.
And my thing is, if you're all about Alex Jones and conspiracies, why are you still using Facebook? Why are they using TikTok?
I mean, again, I'm pretty sure that at this point, whether directly or indirectly, Alex Jones and David Icke are agents of chaos. Because all they did was create a whole generation of folks who fixate on shit that makes them afraid and paralyzes them in their own life, therefore enabling little to no change for the positive. So they're directly or indirectly agents of chaos and of Shaitan. They're there to deceive and disempower because they never give you a solution to any of the things they put forth as the biggest problems we all face. So just bringing awareness to shit folks are supposed to be afraid of isn't exactly the best modality at this time. All the woke folks are like really insecure, rabid, fearful, reeing everywhere and looking for division, disempowerment, and war over their chosen cause. So we need like psychology, sociology, understanding of self, spiritual faith right now. We don't need more of the same. The marketplace of pseudo gurus and indoctrinators of political process, essentially. Because Alex Jones, at one point, if you remember, went from the Republicans and Democrats are all run by the same people to you got to vote for Donnie just this one time, maybe twice, maybe like as many times as they'll let it happen. So I'm not buying into any of that. I don't know what that was, but it's very telling of, you know, either an agent or such a ubiquitous level of mind and heart control. They could even get Alex Jones himself, the father of conspiracy theory, to vote for his own enslavement, which I think is actually a very beautiful thing to have accomplished if he is real. So respect to the masters once again for either putting forth your hero and duping you, or using a useful dupe who didn't know he was a dupe to do sorcery and mockery and humiliation rituals. So they did it again. You did it again. They didn't do anything. You did it. Really?
But Paul, you're not realizing that the deep underground military bases are run by satanic pedivores.
Yeah, I got that.
In the blood
I got
of children.
all that. The frogs, the whole deal. I got it. I understand. I see it. I'm working on the ground solutions as much as possible and surrendering the rest, because I don't need to spend the rest of my life staring at documents.
I would say, man, for as many gender dysmorphia people there are compared to the gay frogs thing being proven, like, could we not look into that in a chemistry level type thing? Like, everybody feels pretty suddenly while frogs are turning gay. It's hard to tell what's infecting us.
You're talking about yourself, Tom, indirectly. You feel pretty.
No,
lately.
I mean,
I saw your latest videos, and I get it. You're kind of coming out.
Well, I showed
right?
you
you
the.
Know, I get it. You're feeling pretty.
I
and
showed
fruity
you,
and,
girl. I showed you, girl, Paul, like a month ago, so you knew it was coming. But I'm saying even a special forces veteran went into some like gender reassignment shit.
Yeah, no, you're feeling pretty. I'm feeling like Rob Cleveland's pretty.
I don't
One
feel
is
pretty.
kind of a natural thing that's not like taken well by everyone. One is some perversion and a deviation where I suspect you want to be Mrs. Illumitami.
I am building a skin suit, but that doesn't mean I feel pretty.
You're gay.
When are you coming out with a skin cream line there, Illumitami?
I'm not in the market. I'm not in that business.
That's too bad.
I'm not even marketing the skin suit. That's just for my own personal use.
Right. When are you coming out with like a skin suit or a skin lamp, like one of those serial killers?
You'll know when you see me as a black man.
Right. I could see that.
So then I can walk around identifying as a black man, and then we'll see what.
I could see that.
You're saying you're not black.
He wants unfettered access to the N-word without retribution. He figures if he can get a black skin suit, he can get it done.
And then I'll have access to all kinds of white women. I'll have access to like standing on the corner.
The good Molly. He'll have the good Molly at good rates.
Yeah. And I can call other black dudes young blood. Go on in, young blood.
Boy, that would be fun. Could you imagine? We should do the opposite of white chicks, where me and Tom put on black flesh suits and just kind of really ham it up a little bit. You know?
That would be fun.
You should try Wagwan.
I don't know why he's talking. What made him think, Tom, that this was the place to talk? Right there?
We do have microphones and internet. Oh,
see, because like you can feel today, me and Tom got something going on. We're back to like this back and forth thing. There's a repartee. It feels good. He's going to hate on me later or tomorrow again and go back to his.
Say, let's not stop the hate, because everyone gets weirded out when we're too nice. We
don't have to. We don't have to stop the whole. We don't like each other, and we're constantly going to compete at times. In a healthy way that might look unhealthy and dysfunctional. The hating is coming strictly from you, just to be clear.
No. That's like how far back in history you want to go.
Oh.
But the only thing I hate is people can't just let us hate. Like, I go to other channels like, you're obsessed with Paul. You say Paul all the time. Like,
that is true.
We're all common interaction. It's like, imagine somebody telling you can't say like Drew. Like, you just can't say Drew when you're on a panel. It's like, dude, sometimes I gotta say Drew. Sometimes I gotta
that's
say
the thing,
Damien.
right? There's a difference. You say my name, numbers go up. You say his name, and well, you know what happened. So it's not that I can't say Cuck Body Outline or Drew here. I prefer not to because I want to keep the numbers up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a Chalk Body Outline for Chalk Body Outline. Have a music video and everything. But are you preparing? Like, do you have fail safes in place for this warning we're getting from NASA about possibly losing internet? And that's the kind of warning that aligns with Klaus Schwab enough that I'd pretty much guarantee we're going to lose internet.
Yeah, I have like complete fail safes. It's called like enough reefer on the ground to take me through any apocalypse, and a healthy non-care for all the loser failures out there who want to continue to create my enslavement while I've tried to undo that. Yeah, so it's a pretty good fail safe. It's been working so far. I'll update you on it.
Well, it's your peasant following I was worried about. They won't know what to do with themselves.
Well, I mean, they can always just go find another weed smoking trailer gorilla to occupy their time. I'm sure there's got to be one or two more out there.
If we lose the internet, I mean, that's the last thing people are going to be worried about anyway. I mean, so if it happens, it happens.
I've seen TikToks.
There's nothing we can do about it anyway.
Oh, yeah. But I'm saying there's people on TikTok making TikToks like, oh my God,
who cares? Who cares about that?
I have really bad news, Nacho Keto. Number one, the Amazon hair dryer isn't going to arrive because the internet's gone. Number two, we're never going to see Paul Enslaved ever again. So.
Oh my God, I don't know what to do with myself.
And I mean, my videos too.
Yeah, people care about your videos a lot more than Paul's, I'm sure, Tommy.
I'm not saying that. But they care.
All right, I think we move forward. That seems like a good time.
Let's do it.
Slave news.
Yeah, well, first we got to finish Snafu Snap's dad's outcry.
Is that really
for Snafu Snap? Yeah, Snafu's dad. That's what I'm told.
Is he green screening that closet, or is he actually sitting in front of that closet?
Yeah, no, that is he's at the library. The library now provides a green screen. He doesn't actually own anything. So the clothes, the hangers, the whole thing. Yeah, that's a green screen. I mean, you see, that's why it's good to have Tom. He's in the business and he can spot these things. A lot of folks might have thought that was an actual closet with filthy clothes behind it. No. All right, thank you, sir. Aaron, enjoying that. Let's get back to it.
I should make you a song. Something like that. I wonder what kind of music you're into. Kind of a rap, ghetto fabulous. It's got to be ghetto fabulous. Like my guitars. That's why I build guitars out of skateboards, because I'm ghetto fabulous.
The fuck?
I love you, man. A lot of people care for you and pray for you. And
yeah, I haven't seen that.
I know you've been going to the hospital a little bit here lately, and
that's true.
Everything's all right, and love you, man.
You should go to a hospital.
Count on you, man. Bring us the truth and just put a little smile on our face sometimes, or whatever, Peace out, man. Godspeed.
So his dad sent that to him, and then he sent it to you?
I don't know where this is all coming from. I'm now bombarded with Snafu Snaps related material, which is the last thing I wanted when I came into this. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I mean, again, did you think I wanted to be part of an email chain with you and Snafu Snaps, who's not Snafu Snaps?
When we had the drama over at Goblin's stream, I thought you guys were just gonna make fun of him and send him away whenever he came over here.
We tried to do that.
Snafu is adopted, yeah?
Either that or his mom is black as the night itself.
I think I heard him say he was adopted.
That's why his dad says he loves him, because if that came from my loins, I would have threw it off a cliff.
Oh, God.
All right.
Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah. I think we're going to move forward. I'll let you guys.
I was too hard on my pedo accuser.
Yeah, you can't get somebody pregnant by fucking them in the ass.
Well, you would know, I'm sure. Now, We got the Wagner Group leader speaks for the first time about the Russian uprising, non-uprising that nothing really happened with. We got a former, you know what? I need to do this for Talflix. Is Talflix down there? Because this is going to be a new clip, I suspect.
Only on Fox, a former postal worker is charged with assault after allegedly hitting a woman several times while she was delivering mail. I'm Caroline Collins.
And I'm Sherman DeSalle. So the victim said that they were walking her dog just outside minutes before it happened and suffered injuries to her face. The former mail carrier appeared in court today. Residents in this Huffman neighborhood tell us while the block is quiet, postal workers are often driving a little too fast on the road. That's what prompted one woman to tell now former postal worker Dominique Nelms to slow down. Court documents state on a woman was walking her dog on the block when Nelms sped past them in her mail truck.
Citizen sounds like she just earnestly asked her to slow down, at which point the postal employee jumped out of her truck, cussed at the citizen, and then proceeded to strike her with a closed fist.
Isn't Jack's son's name Talcott? I mean, Dominic?
Nelms also shouted she worked for the government and drove off.
Yeah, but a lot of black people are named Dominic too.
The woman says Nelms came back.
While she was on the phone with 911, defendant returned and got out of the truck and struck her one more time.
Nelms was arrested and released on a $100 PR bond. These aren't the first allegations made against the 29-year-old. She has 5 prior charges, all theft-related, dating back to 2012.
It's just the ultimate abuse of the public trust, right? We
Sounds
should
like
be able
a
to trust
culture
anyone
problem.
driving in our neighborhood not to assault us, but especially a public employee. You see somebody with a uniform that says they're employed by the government, you would hope you could have a civil conversation with that person.
Well, I spoke to the boyfriend of the woman who was attacked. He says she's still a bit shaken up, just trying to process what happened. Nelms, who declined to speak to us on camera, is set to return to court in July.
All right.
I mean, that's why we have the term going postal, right? I mean, so you got to be wary of these postal workers.
Postal workers were the first mass shooters.
All right. What do you want to do, Tom? More of Brian O'Shea's nonsense? We got to hit Watson first. Let me fulfill the card.
I want to add one to that story. There was also a situation where some guy started beefing with some lady in a store somewhere, like in a city, and she got her 14-year-old son to shoot him, and then he went outside wounded, and he followed him out and killed him, and like just because the mom was beefing with him, like told her son to go shoot him, and he did.
All right, let me go to Watson. Let me get it out of the way, and then we can decide where we want to take it from there. I got to fulfill my obligations. Dramaville.
Every motherfucking yard I rolled on, the first thing and the only thing that was in my head is these motherfuckers get to see how I fucking get down. Nobody ran a tighter program than me. Why? Because it's one thing to endure tough times. It's a whole nother thing to turn that shit into glory. Motherfuckers think they dig deep. Well, I'm all about digging deeper. There's plenty of motherfuckers during that time who tried to test a motherfucker, who tried to roll up and be a certain way, and alls I did was try to teach them. By being a leader, by being solid, by being the example that others need. This is what we gotta fucking realize. Creating assets around us is what we should do on this fucking planet. Motherfuckers don't realize that they're creating liabilities by being assholes to each other. When you're an asshole to someone, you're creating that liability that goes and robs your car, that robs your house, that sticks that gun in your fucking mouth. So don't fucking be all disappointed when you're going around treating people like shit when the old me comes to your pad and wants everything you fucking got. Now, I had to teach this over and fucking over to people in the pen. One fucking distinct time that I remember. The 3 fucking stooges, these 3 dipshit ass motherfuckers, man. I'm sitting at the table.
Sean of Source, if you're going to link your my broadcast to your horrible homeless encampment as it's been described by Tommy and others.
Yeah, dude, I'm just seeing it now. Bro,
yeah.
Paul doesn't know who Monograph even is, bro. I guarantee
I don't know who it is, and I don't care to know. All I know is Snafu Snaps is an insane person with
He
multiple
literally
accounts
doesn't
at
know
once.
who he is, dude.
Right. So you're now banned again on his channel. You'll go anywhere just to be seen and heard by your daddy and everyone else watching it. You're a sick, twisted freak. Yes, it's Nazi censorship time. They
You
call
might
me.
be interested too, because I was listening to him last night off of those emails, and he had some interesting stuff to say about YouTube contracts and how they apply to everybody using YouTube. And that's, in essence, how he's getting Snafu and other
Sean,
people.
you're making it very unsafe here.
All right, I got to time him out. I'm going over there, and I'm going to time him out.
Please get your
I want
creatures
to, but
together on your end. You have 3 people watching, and one of them is an insane person. Who would have thought? So get them together.
And they're just looking over at me laughing. And I just go, what? The fuck you guys laughing at? And they're like, nothing. And this is at the time when my hair started receding. You know, I was like 27 at the time or something. And I was pissed about it when people would say shit. So then they start saying something, and I go, fuck you laughing at? And the one dude goes, just shave it, man. Just shave it. Just shave your head.
That's what I do.
And I go, motherfucker, first off, Matt, you look like Bozo the fucking clown. And I go to the next dude, and I go, Worm, dog, fuck, man. Like, no chick is going to let that situation you got going on lay on top of her, bro. I know you're a virgin. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't never even been with a woman, first off, so don't worry about my looks. Hey, and when people are worried about your looks, that's a for sure sign that they're not your people. If motherfuckers aren't listening to your word, your character, your conduct, and who...
What am I at again, Max Intent? You want the link? Come on up here and address me. I don't need to hear from you everywhere I go either. You've been piping up a lot from time to time as well. So tell me what I'm at it again specifically. Don't just say a veiled statement, at it again. Tell me what it is I'm at again. And then come up and look me face to face and tell me what your fucking problem is with what I'm doing. Because I want to hear your logic.
What you're about, push the fuck on. But then let's get to the third motherfucker. The third motherfucker was a Fresneck, down-ass white boy. He'd been down for a long-ass fucking time. Tattoo artist, slung that shit. I said, and you motherfucker, you got straight Nat Geo titties, so I don't know what the fuck you're worried about my hairline for. Why don't you get on that dip bar? Why don't you get on that shit? This fool, through the poutiest, bitch-ass hissy fit you've ever seen, he ran to the fucking cell. And I turned to Worm and the other fool, and I go, where the fuck Rick go, dude? What's up with him? What's up with that fool? And they go, he's probably fucking sharpening his piece, how you just talked to him. He's probably in the room sharpening a piece. I just got the fuck up. I said, motherfucker, you better be making a motherfucking machine gun. And so I just run over to the cell. And it's at that bullshit-ass Oklahoma spot. It was a level 3. We were in the high-power building, Alpha. And we go over there, and I rip his door open. I said, what's up, fool? And he's like, Wes, what the fuck? Why are you talking shit? I'm like, fuck you, dude. Leave my goddamn hair alone. But anyways, I've just grown past that. And the second anyone just starts talking about my outward appearance, I automatically realize that that's not my individual. So I push right on. We don't fucking explanations is this is the thing about fucking explanations. Friends don't need them and enemies won't believe them. If you find your fucking self trying to have to explain yourself to motherfuckers, push the fuck on, because me, I don't give a fuck about your zits. I don't give a fuck about how your hair looks, your ears, your mouth, whatever the fuck. If you're a solid individual, I'm rolling with you. That's just how my life is now. That's growth. Push on from them fucking shallow ass immature motherfuckers. So straight up, this fool, the same fool I'm talking about, was one of the best tattoo artists in the joint ever. He would slang that dark ass, sick ass, dope ass ink on you. I always wanted to get tatted by him, but he was a sick fuck. He would say, if you're getting tatted by me, you're getting what I got. Now, let me tell you, 80% of the motherfuckers in the pen are on that interferon, and they got hep C from shooting up. Now, he was just insinuating that if you get tatted by me, you're getting what I got. You're getting hep C. And the crazy fucking part is he had a big ass line. These motherfuckers didn't care. They all had that shit. So fools would just come back. He would slang back the whole block. Like, this fool would roll in a block. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's just full sleeved, fucking hand pieces, hand shots, back pieces, shirts, full shirts. He's tearing it up. The dude was a dope ass fool. He ended up fucking locking it up though. Old school cat, third term deep, Fresneck. He locked it up because they wouldn't let him get on meds, because in these out-of-state facilities, you couldn't be on meds. If you were on hot meds or any type of meds like that, they'll send you back to Cali. So the way he was going to get around it, to go back to Cali to see his dying wife, his wife was dying, and these fools wouldn't let him get on meds to get off that yard. So his dying wife, his wife was straight dying, so he got on meds, hot meds, to get off the yard, and these fools started tripping on him. So he ended up just locking it up because they were going to smash him out anyways. This is how grimy this system is and how little the motherfuckers care. This is an old school cat. He had a fucking F number, and before that, he discharged his V number. Like, he'd been down a minute on multiple cases and been a solid-ass white boy. But the whole thing is the rules apply across the board. And if you fucking go into prison, don't think you're getting no special fucking treatment. This is motherfuckers who just don't give a shit. The rules are the rules. They're non-negotiable, and you must fucking abide by them or you're fucked. Now, every fucking yard I went on, like I said, I would fucking roll in and say, these fools got to watch me get down. It's going to be every day. I'm fucking already committed. Now, what is that? I'm already teaching you guys what that is every day on my Instagram. That's self-talk. Don't talk yourself out of shit. Talk yourself into it. When everybody was talking themselves out on their birthday, on Christmas, oh, it's Super Bowl, I have to eat these nachos. When everybody was talking themselves out, I was talking myself in. And that's why I got to where I'm at today. Long fucking view, delayed gratification. These are the keys to success. People can say consistency, but consistency ain't shit without comprehension. So apply that consistency to the book smarts and fucking win. I've had plenty of people all across the world, all across the United States, picking up these topics, picking up these principles and sending them to me. And it means the fucking world, because principles are across the motherfucking board. If you have solid principles, you will be a success at everything you try to do in your fucking life. Don't ever forget that. If you ever want to learn something from me and take something from me, it's character over all, principles over pleasure, and fucking aesthetics are nothing if you don't have the character to back it up. Don't even fuck with people who just want the look. They don't want to become what they appear to be. Now, I was fucking dealing with these immature fucks for way too fucking long. And that low level of maturity can be across the board. A 52-year-old can have the same maturity of a 15-year-old. So don't ever get it fucked up that just because of someone's age, someone's fucking their biological fucking makeup and whoever the fuck they are, that they're fucking correct in any sort of manner. Listen to your heart. Conscience, congruency, above all. You know the answers. We all know the answers. You know if that's right or wrong. So don't get yourself in a place where people are going to dictate your fucking conscience and make you work against it. It's one of the worst places to be at. I wish that everybody takes my message and changes their fucking life. That shit ain't tough. Those fools are crybabies. They ain't fucking hard. When your boy came out telling everyone, I just did 15 and he's got titties and a gut, like, is that really the dude that fucking did 15 that you think of? Looks like his time did him. I don't play that shit. When we're trying to become strongest from the inside out, and that fucking shit never dies. Nobody can ever take that from you.
Penile Power, please get the snafu creature under control.
Stop.
That was the bars clanking for snafu. Please get the creature under control. Penile Power. I don't want to have to end your stream from my end.
What can he do from Penile stream?
What did I? Oh my gosh! What did he say?
He's assailing me. He's assailing me and making dishonorable false claims. He's doing
all he
hate.
said was you. All I see is the word you. The other messages are gone.
Oh, you don't see that? What he just said just now? Calling me a Nazi, telling me I support PFOs.
Oh, now I see it. I didn't have live chat on, my bad. Oh, what
the
fuck?
Get your creatures under control or they're going to ruin your restreaming capabilities.
I said,
I'm going to end your stream on my end.
I said, get your shit together, Snaps. Bring something of value that isn't loop-tarded looping. If not for you, then for me, please and thank you. And he just went on again.
He doesn't care about you or me or anyone else here. It's only about him and what he wants, and that's his problem.
So he asked me for London McLovin's link. So I went over to London's channel and I asked him, "Is it okay if I give Snaps your link?"
He's gonna find another group of people to fuck with because that's his whole life, finding the next broadcast to go over and hijack and try to make false claims.
Yeah, I said, Snafu's asking me for the link to your channel. Is it cool if I give it to him? He might just be planning on bringing his, quote, Paul is supporting pedos rap, though. And I tagged him, and he hasn't answered yet. So,
Well, this is the thing, Peniel. This is why you don't look like an adult. If he wants the link and he can't ask London Man for it, well, then it's not anybody's problem but him and London Man.
Right, because you still all don't understand how power works. When you have something and someone else wants it, they figure out who the weakest bitch is in the room to try to manipulate. Why do you think folks never really email me except insane people like Tommy, Snafu Snaps, Jack Talcott? Only people who think they're smarter than me, right? Everyone else gets it. Don't come to me for nothing, especially if you're going to try to manipulate me. If you want to come to me because you actually want truth and want help and want me to work with you, I'm there all day. As long as you don't abuse the fucking inbox and the privilege, in which case I'll just ignore you. I don't want to be online with 100 people fucking typing all day about every little thing. I don't care. So, yeah, with that said, Penile Power, please just, create an air of insulation for me and these miscreant slaves. You are my emissary and ambassador.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely like a knockaround guy, too.
Right. And also, too, just remember what I said. When people come to you, like they'll come to Christos and others, like they would try to come to Nacho Keto, but see, Nacho Keto's loving and caring. He also seems to get it. So, like, he'll probably go, why would this person come to me and ask me for this? Maybe it's because they've ascertained that they think I'm weak because I'm loving and caring. Maybe they want to get something from me they couldn't have got somewhere else. Right? So they're insulting you in a way because they're not going to go to London Man and say, give me the link, because he's going to say, oi, oi, fuck off, and tell him, like he's going to do with the London Man way, that street shit from Liverpool. But he's going to come to you, the nice, loving, and caring guy who he thinks is weak and needs friends. He's going to try to exploit you. So don't carry yourself that way for people to perceive you that way and take advantage of you. And definitely don't entertain them when they start talking to you privately.
Oh, and I was definitely offended that he just comes into my inbox like we're chummy. After it was like last summer that he was raging that pedo stuff on me. It's been that way ever since. And then he just flips one day like, hey, we're going to go against this guy. I'm like, what, the guy that ain't coming at me? Yeah, have fun with that.
I think there's a fine balance of being kind and, trying to be, loving to one another, but you got to have your borders. You got to have your.
Yeah, being nice and being a good
balance.
person.
I certainly have lost that.
You can be a good person and not be the nicest person.
All right, let's boil this down again. So Penile Power and Christos and everyone like them can get it. Like, there's going to be a guy, probably a lot like me in certain ways, and he's going to have all your DMT, whatever the fuck you take. And then there's going to be other people around, and they're going to have access to it too and have more than everyone else. You're going to always go to them people who might be like you because they've ascertained, hey, we can like show up in rainbow colors, talk this love fake bullshit, pretend to be friends and get access to something because we think you're weak. They're not going to come to the person who's like me because I'm going to say, I'm not interested in your rainbow stuff. This is this, compartmentalized. I get what you're going to do, save it. And they're not going to realize there's any way in, right? Or they're going to realize there's not any way in. So people like that specifically are predatory and they're opportunists, and they're going to look for folks they perceive as loving and soft and kind to exploit. They do it to Jack Talcott all the time. They're just unaware that Jack Talcott has a twist for him at the end.
And that's one of the advantages to rolling the solo life is immediately if someone's trying to come in and manipulate because you have no team with them in the first place.
Rainbow? Why is Sophia's doing the whole Paul doesn't want me, he doesn't want to be bothered with me. I go, no, come up. I already said it a few
Oh, that's
times.
Oracle.
Right. So why well, that's what I thought it was. She
She's
says
an
no.
insane person.
Well, I said I thought it was Oracle. She says it's not. It's a different person.
It is.
Either way, okay. Either
Yeah,
way,
that's
I
Oracle.
said you can come up here and we have a conversation. Don't say that I say that I don't want to deal with you, because I wouldn't have told you to come up multiple times if I didn't want to deal with you. I'm not Aaron and Jack. I'm not a passive aggressive motherfucker. I say what I mean and mean what I say. At least in the moment, that might change. Like 10 minutes
That
from
was
now.
passive. That was passive aggressive
No, it really wasn't.
toward me.
How?
Because you said I'm not Aaron and I'm not Jack.
No,
No,
Aaron is in.
we're definitely not Aaron.
No. That's the thing. I'm not talking about you. You're doing the projection thing. There's more than one Aaron in the world. I don't know if you've realized.
Okay. Well, my name
You're
is
not
Aaron,
the only
so-
one named Aaron.
All right.
I had to find this out too.
Well,
They kept saying
it still was.
Paul. I go, how do they know me? Turns out there's more than one. So I'm talking about that guy. Right. Mr. Love and Light, who growls like a demon when you're questioning him about his nonsensical narrative. So that was the Aaron I was speaking of.
My bad.
I love you, brother. I don't know why that just happened.
I love you, man.
And I thought Ohio Aaron was just trying to make a funny.
I thought Tommy was a dildo.
I guess we were both wrong.
So where do you want to go with this, Tom and others? O'Shea, you got anything? I mean, we can
It's
get back to
taken me 10
O'Shea's
minutes
madness.
to untie these wires. I was going to try some Z-Face.
Some what?
I found a way to do some clone face live. I was going to try it.
Okay, we could try that if you want to try that.
Yeah, I just got to get these wires untangled. You know how
All
you
right,
can
for now,
untangle headphones and then just toss them down and they go back into knot?
For now, we'll just kind of like gawk at Brian O'Shea's dysfunction. At least 1 month ago today. I don't know if it's different now.
I think he's a changed man.
Anyways,
You know,
fucking insane last night. But Salty and I had such great laughing session. Fuck yeah. Fucking shut up, Rob, you dummy. Flat Earth is stupid. You're gonna fucking pay $200 to fucking go to an event. That's gonna be stupid. But I love you, Rob. We're gonna meet up and just look at each other awkwardly and lovingly. You're gonna smoke weed. I'm gonna be like, nah, I think I'm gonna abstain. And then you're gonna be like, oh, this is cool. And we're gonna sit there. And you're gonna smile and be like, yeah, good to see you, Rob. You heard about my bisexuality? Yeah, cool. And then we're gonna be like, hey, you want to walk on the strip? Yeah, maybe we'll make some content. Cool, because this is awkward right now, Rob.
Hey, Brian
Fuck out of your
O'Shea?
apartment. It's creepy.
Can you come on camera since you're a world famous comedian and well known contributor and content creator? And can we just kind of watch your reaction to you?
No, thanks.
All right, so you're gonna let yourself and me and the people down as usual. Great stuff.
I have an erection.
Yeah, man.
Come on,
Anyways.
man.
I didn't bring a Hecubus demon one day to not get camera time with you. And I bring like demon face, might bring some Oshia face.
Are you ready with the Z thing, Tom? This isn't about you right now.
Yeah, it's freaky looking, but hold on. I'm bringing.
Community. Can you guys get it together? Hey, Meltology. All right, I'm not gonna. I'll meet you here. Meltology, right? Meltology community. Gen True Seeker 69. Shout out. I'll put the link in the thing. Gen True Seeker 69.
Oh, I gotta get
Great community. I love Jen. We all got shit to work on, right? We all got our hang-ups. You saw her get triggered from dealing with Paul. You know, I'd like to have her and Paul have an interaction. Maybe I should have more interactions with Paul on some sort of therapeutic session type shit. You know what I mean? Instead of being a fucking clown dumb fuck. But anyways, what my point is that like there's a flat earth community, there's a Meltology community, and then we got this rights and freedom shit, this license plates, this slavery. Right? So the rights and freedom and slavery shit should be priority, right? Should be priority. But we don't, right? Do I make it a priority? Should my streams all be priority about that? Does Paul stream 100% all the time talk about that? Or is there some sort of combination of things? How to go about it? Times and seasons and like he says, you know what I mean? So holy shit, there's 31 people here. What the fuck are you people doing? I'm a melter. I know. Yeah. Oh, good. She's a melter. I thought you were talking about, I assume that was flat earther, but I will go to that event because I support Karen B and what she's done for the community. Karen B is a dumb fuck. She don't do shit. How hard is it to make that event? Oh my god, I almost killed myself trying to run this event. $160 a ticket. How much is that? How much cost? You know what I mean? I paid that $160 for Flattoberfest 2021. What a stupid fucking event. What an overpriced, dumb fuck event. You guys can just meet up for free and hang out. What do you need to pay $160 for? To go all meet up at a hotel somewhere and do cool shit together. Dumb fucks. Oh my god, I'm in North Carolina and, you know, putting this event together is like gonna kill me. So please pray for me. I have to call the hotel and be like, yo, you have this date? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted. Like, this is so insanity. Like, shut the fuck up. You're a bunch of dumb fucks, all of you. And I'm gonna come at the men. Ted Sommer, I wanna come at you.
Brian, don't you fucking get it?
Intertwine, I'm boyfriend, girl.
Brian O'Shea. Don't you get it?
I'm gonna come up there. Come up on my stream. I'll tell you your face. Your events are stupid. Girlfriend's stupid. You're stupid. Rob Cleveland's stupid. Zach Warrior's stupid. OTW News is stupid. Ben Bobson's pretty
Maybe we need to get Yurt fellow in here. Teach this man about the shape of the planet.
Hold on a second. I think Z is here.
Hi,
Z?
Paul. Hi.
Z,
It's the
yeah,
X
can I
Factor.
ask why, like, you decided to not be here regularly and then go to do your own broadcast, which is basically another version of my broadcast? Who could have seen that coming? I mean,
Well,
you have
don't
the
you get it?
impersonation, you have the music this morning, the circus music, the exact same track that I use.
Yeah.
You know, you have the there's just like 3 to 5 things that you now do constantly that all came from here. And instead of you be part of doing it here, you're doing it on your broadcast.
Paul, I don't work with pussy eaters. I don't eat pussy. Don't you get it?
Right. So is this a way of indirectly saying you don't work with heterosexual men?
No, I still will be open to Christy Lee Doll's advances. I just won't munch that snatch. I don't chill with globies, and I don't chill with snatch munchers. Don't you
Right.
get it?
Right. So so you're planning on leaving that woman supremely unsatisfied, much like your ex-wife? This is a
Oh, no, he
pattern.
might be hung. He might be hung. No, you want to see it? Let's see if the O'Shea face works out. I haven't tried O'Shea face. It might not work out as well.
No, don't just abandon the damn bit. Like
Yeah,
a quarter
man.
of the
I
way
can't
in.
do that. I got the toboggan on. It's getting hot in here, man. It's fucking. I gotta
You're
abandon the
saying-
bit.
well,
I gotta
listen,
abort.
you know,
I gotta abort.
Tom, in what we do, you got to really commit, right? So you could have given it another 10 minutes with the damn hat on.
Kind of on the fly. It's kind of on the fly, you know.
It doesn't matter. It was going well. You know, it was
I'll
our
work on
first
it.
dance,
I'll
but it
work
was we're hitting the
Brian
stuff.
O'Shea
Okay.
What's it look like?
Wait a second. Is that Brian
it's nightmare
O'Shea?
material. Nightmare O'Shea. Look like Snafu's dad.
Snafu's dad.
I gotta get a good. Yeah.
No, that's Mr. O'Shea. Is what
Well,
that
actually,
is.
when you put me beside him, it's not. It's just like I need.
No, sir, just listen, listen while we work. That's Mr. O'Shea, Brian O'Shea's dad, right? Who's shown up, of course, to encourage Brian to find a new path in life, right? The broadcasting thing, the comedy thing, the urine and jugs, living in a car thing. None of it's going well.
I gotta put this bed together, Paul.
All right. Okay. So Mr. O'Shea, also a task rabbit, is what they call him. Task rabbits. So he's a rabbit. Are you a rabbit, sir? Do you put together beds for a living and get yelled at by women?
I don't really do any. I don't think I do anything for
Outline
him.
video. Can someone get that Cuck Body Outline? Put up a video of O'Shea doing me, going, "You got to be a man, stand up, rights, freedom, principles," and cut to some woman at TaskRabbit going, "Could you go pick that up?" He goes, "Yes, absolutely." He's like, it was kind of a juxtaposition there where some woman was ordering him around and abusing him.
O'Shea, I will team up and work with you if you want to launch a campaign against the Discworlders. I'd be down for that. We could do skits. We go visit their panels. I'd be down to attack the Discworlders.
So your dad now showing support, something he hasn't ever done.
No, I tuned in.
You out of.
No, when O'Shea did that day where he posted like, "Come at me, Z, come at me, OTW," all that shit, and he's like, "Man, these fucking flat earthers! Look at this flat earther fucking parade." Man, I was dying. I was losing it when he was showing mentally handicapped people. Be like, "These fucking flat earthers, man." and you had the guy in the chair like murmur saying the stuff sitting in his chair, and you're like fucking flat earthers. I was just losing my shit. That was classic.
Well, I gotta search for the cuck body outline.
You ain't gotta look for it. He's probably in the chat.
I need the link to his.
And Cockbody, listen, when you appear on Jack's panel, you don't have to do a cock smoking face like, oh, you're here. Nobody fucking cares. And you do look like a WCW wrestler, and you're like, oh, I've come to the panel. Like, yeah, whatever. What do you got for us? Nothing, as usual. Like, if anybody saw Drew's interview with Jim Bob was like, well, have you read this? Drew's like, no. Have you heard of this? No. Do you know about this? No. Yeah, great interview. Great interview. if you like the DMV. If you like sitting at the DMV, it was a great interview.
Have you seen Fabio's channel? Really
yeah.
Good, like compared to what I see going on with these folks.
Yeah, Fabio would be a good one to watch. I watched people like Fabio, but I also watched people that they will have your jaw if you're not careful.
Did I mention how much this doesn't look like me with that nose? Is that muted?
No, that's what I'm saying. And sitting next to you, it does look like you, but it's not giving me that beard.
What's up with the nose on it, bro?
Just the picture I took.
Person. It looked like Zatanic Warrior. This does not look like me.
You might have some cognitive dissonance when you look in the mirror compared to when you...
Dude, what is going on?
Picture, man. It ain't my face. It's the picture. And I just freeze framed your face today while, like, in the last 30 minutes is when I took the picture.
Hold on. I got O'Shea doing me.
Genocide, and I think you two,
and then,
or you, Drew, whoever, whatever the fuck, you're caught up, bro.
I got O'Shea doing me, and then some woman yelling at him to do something and him submitting instantly.
And I don't like big cities. I don't like fucking police. I don't like fucking slavery and genocide.
He said he doesn't like big titties and pussy.
Shut up, Tom. See, this is what I mean, Tom.
Your argument
is going so well. It's like it's not even a fucking 2-minute clip. It's like 45 seconds, and you couldn't just let it run. Now let it.
That was him
run.
doing you?
He's doing me. Just listen. Imagine.
Okay.
I don't like big cities. I don't like fucking police. I don't like fucking slavery and genocide. And I think you two, or you, Drew, whoever, whatever the fuck, you're caught up, bro. And your argument is weak to me.
What am I caught up?
You're caught up in a big city. You're caught up in not fucking going against the police at all. Just going with the easier, softer fucking thing. Hell, how about just being a fucking man and seeing the slavery and genocide and trying to fucking step up and do something about it instead of being a bitch? Getting me more deep in the conspiracy.
Church coming over, and I do not want it smelling like weed. So
Okay. All right, we'll do.
Oh, it's even worse.
The church folks don't want to smell that weed. That open that window.
It was even worse. He's laughing and giggling now. His aunt comes in the room and says, "You better open that fucking window and stop smoking weed in here. Someone's coming over the house." He goes, "All right." Your thoughts, Brian O'Shea, on another great contribution, this time from the Get Cucked Up channel?
Fucking Airbnb people trying to hit me with a bill for smoking weed.
Yeah, they did that with me, and didn't get anywhere, as always, because it's all bullshit. Unless you did it. If you did it, then you're a filthy swine, O'Shea, because you're not supposed to smoke reefer in those Airbnbs. But if it smells like reefer in there because it's on you and you didn't smoke it in there, that doesn't work.
Did you smoke it inside, O'Shea?
So. Is O'Shea like
Can you come back as O'Shea's dad, please, and question him?
Because a lot of people mispronounce my name. Do you just like
O'Shea?
Like you trying to mispronounce it on purpose?
Like Kamala?
So Paul, you messaged me privately asking me if everything was good, and then I told you I was in the mountains. And then you said, "Yeah."
Who you fucking?
So I figured something like that, but really. It wasn't just the mountains. There was a girl involved, so there's
I just
a little more to the fucking story.
So I try to give you more credit than you deserve because I thought maybe finally something like occurred to you that you like took some time for yourself and cut off your toxic attachment styles to people, places, and things. and seek some kind of a refuge and restoration within yourself? No, you didn't do any of that. You went to the mountains like a homeless slave, and you brought some victim of trauma there with you. That's what it is?
Well, she was already out there. Well, because she.
Oh, so already a traumatized woman who's lost and broken out in the woods trying to do the process that I'm talking about, and you disturbed it and destroyed it. So even when somebody might have been listening to me changing their life, they went to the middle of nowhere to do what I say. Could you help me out with the crackling? And Tom?
Oh, my bad.
Head of Spurg News Broadcasting. Thank you. So the woman was out in the middle of nowhere trying to get back to herself, trying to save herself and her life, and you show up to fuck her out of her vagina and destiny. How did that go?
Yeah, pretty much like that. I don't know what I was. She had a flat Earth event. Well, she wasn't a flat Earth.
Right. So you know she's lost and confused and broken because she probably has little to no resources, but she thought that it was prudent to spend $200 to go hang out with a bunch of shape tards.
Oh, hold on, Paul.
See, this is the thing you do, Paul.
Brian, when you say flat earther,
absolutely accurately to the way things are.
Brian, when you say you were fucking a flat earther, was it a mentally handicapped woman?
Hold on a second. I guess the important question is, was she a flat chester as well, huh? You can add that to your act.
See, the conclusions of everything. I send you a single message. I was out in the woods, which I could have prefaced it with, I was seeing a girl.
Yeah, you tried to make it seem like you were out there doing some self-work, like you were on a path to enlightenment, and you were just out there being predatory and dysfunctional as always. Fucking shape.
Then I say I met her
you
at a
fucked
flat
a
Earth.
disabled woman. That's what the bottom line is here.
Oh,
you
you're
fucked
calling
a
all flat
disabled
Earth
woman.
people mentally disabled.
I'm saying that a woman, chances are, out in the middle of the woods in a tent, who is arguing about the shape of the earth and going to events with the little money she has, centered around the shape of the earth, probably isn't in the best shape.
She wasn't even there for the event. The event was at a beach. And she was at the beach. And that's how I met her.
Oh, so she just lives on the beach, sleeps on the beach. You know, I give it to you, though, if she's surviving like that.
Tom, please, let me work here for a second. We got to help this, man. We're on the clock. So what came of this? And don't be funny. It's a family broadcast.
Oh, nothing. I mean, we met up at that flat earth thing like a year and a half ago. She had been thinking about me, wanting to meet up.
Another sign that she's a lost, broken individual. Of all the people she's met, she's been thinking of you. The man with a backseat full of urine jugs. Is it possible she's extremely lacking in self-awareness, self-esteem, self-worth, self-respect?
Yeah, too much motive. I release him of guilt. She's had a year to think about him. There's something wrong with that lady if she thought about you for a year and then found you and sought you out. But I release you of any ill will or intentions.
All right, Tom, please, if you could just let me have a back and forth with him, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. But I'm not hunting him down.
Yeah. So I didn't let her see my car in the initial meeting. Then she saw my car on a camping trip. And
wise move.
Fuck, dude. Things kind of went south from there.
So by proxy, she also didn't see your home.
My home, my car, podcast studio.
Synchronized on that thought.
Fuck, dude.
Okay. Yeah. So what came of this? I'll ask again. Where is she now? Where are you?
No,
what's the relationship like?
She's on the East Coast.
Right.
She lives on the East Coast. So she drove like 2,200 miles. Because she hit me up a few months ago. She was on the West Coast. She's trying to meet up.
So the short answer to this is fucking someone else.
Oh, yeah. Nothing. We met up. We spent a few days together. But then, I don't know. I kind of... I don't know how to describe it. I felt like she was...
seeing your true personality?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that can be a problem.
Probably a combination of stuff. She had a lot of opinions.
So
on
she
shit.
thought about you for a year. Just a few days was enough to make her consider going back to the other side of the country and not talking to you anymore, and most likely fucking someone else.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like, I don't know. It's not
maybe
like
that's why you don't neglect your own work for someone else.
Yeah, see, that's a good point.
Right.
Because
we're back to the same theme, like when you went down to the trailer park to get your dick sucked in front of a fucking deviant who came online and acted like it never happened, and I know damn well something happened. I don't think you're lying.
Well, you're not gonna go to the country club to get your dick sucked in
Because
front of
it's
a
weird.
DV.
It's like I felt like I had a lot of momentum. I felt like
It's
I had a
true.
lot of shit going on in my own way. And it's weird. It's like a girl will come out of nowhere when that happens, take me away from whatever. Like I'll
Yeah,
fucking.
it's the woman in the red dress, Neo. Look again. It's Mr. Smith.
Like that's when they come. That's when they're attracted. They could like sense it. I feel like they come out of nowhere too, dude. It's someone I talked. This happened.
Yeah,
before to me.
it's called one of you, if not both of you, has a predatory prey kind of twist. Kind of like
And I will
Allie
give
and
you,
Jeffrey.
Brian.
1 second, sir. You're quick on the trigger. We got it. Fastest guns in town.
Thank you.
Tommy the Kid. Just let it breathe, Tom. So
Looking for
kind
that
of
in.
like when you, Tom, the gap is closing. O'Shea, Annie, Jeffrey, predator, victim twist. Can you see both sides of it? I was the reason for his destroyed relationship while he's narking on her and using her and talking about her like she's not shit out in the public and doesn't understand how that feels to her right next to him. Right? She's the babe in the woods, doesn't know what's going on while she's shitting on him, sucking your dick right next to him, saying he's a weirdo, but they're still on Instagram, is what I'm told. Because I don't check on them. I'm told they're on Instagram recently. I don't know, but you can't see the complete sick, twisted, predatory victim push-pull dysfunction.
Yeah, I guess I'm starting to see it because there's something to like being like having your shit together and being focused, like you're saying. They want to take that away from you, so you have to be diligent and just be like, because I should have never drove out there. I should have been like, no, you come to Vegas. Or
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea to like entertain him at all. But if you're gonna entertain him, you got to be in a space where there's a whatever understanding of exchange, time, energy, attention, mutual, whatever you want to call it, and then you keep it moving. You can't be in a space to entertain these goofy, broken bitches and not be able to lead yourself and them out of whatever you're in. You're gonna get caught up.
Can I take a run at this?
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, so you got your monogamy boys, and then you got your free range boys, and then there's that gray area in between, and that's that type of couple. And I think the only way you really went wrong, Brian, was you came back and spouted a bunch of shit after the fact. But I mean, if you would have just DL'd it, you'd probably have Jeffrey's dick up your butt right now.
It wasn't about DLing it. He understands that there's something deeper going on here. It wasn't about him getting something, keeping it on the down low, and continuing to do it. He recognizes the whole thing comes out of everyone's dysfunction. It ended in dysfunction. There hasn't been any resolution, and he doesn't want to continue to create these kind of situations for himself, is what I'm seeing.
And that's fine. But, like, they're an LA
He's
couple.
not interested. He thinks he's interested in pussy any way he can get it. Obviously, he's not. That's why he's Romeo O'Shea.
Yeah, and Brian, I will say these women probably also approach you because I've heard around the streets that before people know your lifestyle, you are seen as quite the dapper, fuckable man. And so they probably see that when they approach and pick up on your invisible, odorless gas that makes people want to punch you in the face.
Urine smell is, I think, what he's saying.
But yeah, as far as Annie's lost and confusedness, I think they're just a LA couple that gets down like that, and they didn't know what they were getting
You're not
into.
getting it, Tom. You're getting in your own way. From Paulie Boy's perspective, there is no just a couple like that getting down that way. They're lost and broken and confused. A man who would sit around and entertain that kind of lifestyle from his goofy bitch while telling me he's monogamous is lost, broken, and confused. The man is supposed to have multiple options of women who all deal with each other on some level. The woman is not supposed to have multiple men while he cucks it out and has to be only desirous of her. She flipped the script. She's pimping on him, and he's a broken beta boy.
And I will admit,
each other.
And that is out of the norm because usually when a couple is like
not
that,
natural, Tom. It's natural for a man to want multiple women, for a woman to want one great motherfucker.
But listen, in swinger communities, they would be having men and women brought in, and the
I
man
didn't
would
tell
still
you that's
be
a different scenario. You're talking about now on the land community. If they want to go
right.
fuck
Right.
Tommy,
I'm just
if they
comparing
want to
their
go fuck
situation.
Tommy, that's fine. I ain't gonna feel no way about it. But don't be surprised if I ain't fucking you when you get back. And
I wanna
nobody
fuck
can take
Tommy.
that personal.
Well, I just was surprised that Jeffrey and Brian weren't like Eiffel Towering or anything. That's what I would have expected to happen since they were all
It's
three
not
sitting
about
on
that.
camera.
It's not about that. You could call it ego or not. If O'Shea comes into the situation, he leaves. If O'Shea leaves and she stays, it means something about everyone on some level. You're not going to tell me, call it my ego. I don't care. If I went down, first of all, I don't go down to Annie. She comes to me or not at all because I see what they're in. I see what it is. They're doing power games with each other. So you got to meet them on their level. If you're not pimping, you're getting pimped, especially with people like that. They got to know where you're at subconsciously. You hold the value and power, not them. If you let them think they do, they're going to mislead everybody. So if I'm coming into a situation, I hold the power in, during, and when I leave, and it's evident to everyone because I'm a better man than him. I know more. I'm able to apply it. She's going to learn more, do better. It's a natural process of this simulation.
Yeah, but sometimes people are just fucking. Like fucking's just fucking.
If O'Shea
like if I
came
go out
into
to
the
a bar or a club,
situation, if O'Shea came into the situation with everything he needed to be and everything he was needing for her so she could be what she needs to be, she ain't staying with Jeffrey. She's gone.
was
So
O'Shea trying to move in on it like that?
She stayed and she went dormant. They went dormant because they realized they're fucked, can't live with each other without each other. O'Shea's moved on and she went right back to whatever she was doing because he didn't have what he and her needed. On an informational level, it's not even about a car and shit. She's a
yeah, so
bitch.
they're fine then.
If Jeffrey don't have it and O'Shea don't have it, what's she gonna do? They can cycle through beta boys.
And also, I don't think Brian's the guy he was when he got into that.
And the only thing Paul did was bring it to the surface by making it a discussion. And that's the whole purpose of this. People are not.
Nah, come on, Wizard. We can go
Stop
back over that
interrupting
tape.
everyone. You're pissing me off.
No, me and Wizard have had some
I don't
interaction.
give a fuck about you and Wizard. This ain't about you and your feelers. This is about a conversation.
No, it's about Wizard's going to be on some bullshit.
I don't care. Wizards hasn't spoke the whole time. If he's going to speak, let him fucking finish.
Thank you, brother. Because it comes down to having a real conversation about the real issues and not the actual drama. The real issue is the thing that's underlying that everybody keeps avoiding, and that's their own self-control and their own self-discretion.
And their own self-esteem, self-worth, and self-respect. You shouldn't be okay with any of this shit. Just because you can do it don't mean you should do it. Call it ego if you want. I ain't okay looking like a hot mess in front of everybody more than I already put out there because I don't lose power with that. I know how I'm going to be perceived, and that's okay. That's worldly shit. Then there's common sense and subconscious that you make conscious, self-evident power and value dynamics.
Yeah,
I see the way Annie looks at me and deals with me versus the way she deals with others. I don't care what people think. I never tried to deal with her and get with her and change that situation. I called them both out for what I saw. If I wanted to get her, I'd have pimped on her. Played up to her ego, right? Called him out. I made them both look foolish based on what they were doing and saying. So I wasn't ego motivated. I was truth motivated like I always am. And you saw where it went. So I've talked about it before. A lot of these women won't fuck with me because they know they can't rise to the occasion. It ain't about being fat and in a trailer. They already know I come with a standard they ain't going to meet.
Same with the guy.
So it's intimidating. They're going to go to the next option, something they can control, something that gives them validation all the time. That doesn't require work and challenges and testing of their fucked up ego.
Well,
afraid to fail, afraid to succeed. That's the bottom line.
And there's going to be a different dynamic between all individuals, even on like a biochemical level. It's why sometimes you can hit it off with someone and have a really good time, but then when you touch each other, kiss each other, you feel like you're related. That's like biochemical. Just doesn't work out. It's the same way you can hate someone and not get along with them, but you fuck like magic. Type of shit that makes the world go round.
Insanely creepy and complete lack of clarity. But we'll move forward.
No, it's science.
Trust the science then.
I am the science.
Okay. That's with an OY.
Yeah, an OI or something. And I still speculate if Orange Man will get reelected. I think he'll just get reinstated, and there will never be an election again.
What the hell?
What the hell? God damn it, Molly.
Your thoughts, Brian O'Shea, on any of this? Does any of this make sense? Are you completely outraged? Are you hurt? Are you shocked? What's going on?
No, I agree with what you're saying, and you know, as far as playing the old videos of me and shit, like yeah, it's just interesting watching myself in certain states of I don't even know, certain states. Like that's a sober me, right? Like Aaron wants to say it's Adderall or something. That's me 100% sober.
Methamphetamines.
No, I don't like all this meth stuff, even if it's not on me. Like, I'm just a fast talker. I'm just wired like naturally spazzy, and I see other people now. Well, that's what I'm saying. I see people all over. I see people all over the internet getting accused of meth, and I don't like it.
And that's why
okay, but you're making it about you again because that pertains to you and what you've done.
No, I'm saying if he's saying that Brian was on meth
right now.
Yeah, and I don't think Brian is on meth.
Unless you're gonna put the face on, it's Brian O'Shea is next to you. It's not you.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't think he's on meth.
Okay, no one said he was.
I did.
I think Ohio. Yeah.
Okay, but he shouldn't have said anything, and that's what's crazy. He shouldn't have spoke at all, and then you commented on something that should have never been said.
Yeah, happens.
It's how we do a good broadcast.
Yeah,
it's okay, broadcast.
So, Brian, you really weren't on any kind of anything?
Yeah, man, for the 4th, 5th, 7th time, dude. 100% sober.
Dude, you were wired. That was caffeine or something.
Right.
Something.
Well, it's like you can get rear-ended in your car, and you're going to be wired. You'll be like, what the fuck, buddy? And you'll just rise to that gear.
Well, he was on fire.
Yeah.
You were saying, Paul, what you were asking a question to me, I think.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying because I was in a conversation and it got interrupted by a non.
It was just about Brian.
Event.
I think it was in regards to like the mania that I present in that video. Like, were you gonna ask like why I have that presentment or what if I'm sober? Why does it look at? I thought that's what you were gonna ask, but I could be wrong. Try to jog your memory again.
No, we were speaking specifically about like attachment styles, codependency, narcissistic, controlling, domineering, low self-esteem twist, the usual, what I now call Talcottian syndrome, because I've pioneered a radical form of therapy that no one else has done, from my knowledge here on the metaverse, and I've done it early on. You know, so one day when my name goes down in history, I will have given birth to a syndrome name, Talcottian syndrome. It's just extreme low self-worth, self-esteem, self-value, no purpose and meaning, entitlement, and a need to control and dominate and be seen above people while presenting little to no value to your community to achieve that status. So you got a lot of folks. We're getting rid of narcissism because it's overly used. That'll be its own thing, but then there's Talcottian syndrome, which is almost worse.
I'm slowly getting down to the core of it, though, because if you've seen any of my recent visits to his panel, I'm just on the topic, basic questions, like real simple stuff, and it gets to where he gets mad and frustrated and throws me out. Like
Tommy
the way
D
he's
is
still.
here.
Who's
Everybody's
here?
favorite. Everybody's favorite. Tommy D.
Do I know him? I don't recognize Tommy D.
All right.
Been in a lot of streets.
So O'Shea, what are your thoughts on like what you got? You know, like this condition. It's not about what you got. It's about a human condition that's kind of expressing now. It seems, and we're becoming aware of it and how to like spot it, how to cultivate certain things, leave other things. What are you getting from all this, if anything?
Oh, it's just this last little meetup with this girl. It just had a lot to it because it had mountains, it had going out in nature, because I did do some of that on my own. It had a tent, living in a tent. First thing, like,
Are you
setting it
looking
up,
for love, Brian O'Shea?
I'm looking for love other than, if I am, I should be looking at for inside myself. I mean, I could say that out loud, but it'll catch me at them.
Yeah, because if you got shit on your mustache, you're looking for love in all the wrong places, brother.
I got shit on my mustache.
What were you looking to get out of the interaction? Be honest about it.
Well, it was just interesting timing that she hit me up because I was feeling like I had momentum in my own way. Like, even if like whatever was going on with me and you at the time and the metaverse and the videos that you're playing, which I was probably making around that time, like for my own self, I felt like I was learning from the videos, learning from my interactions with you, but I was very active in the stage, like almost every night. I was working a lot. Like I had a lot going on. I was broadcasting.
Oh, I see. No, I think I'm onto it. You tell me if I'm wrong here. You like, because you're one of these people. You do like good for yourself and others for like a week, 2 weeks, and you start to go, I really got this life thing. I'm gonna go do something new and exciting, and then you get yourself caught up, straying from the process because you don't have that much time, right? Like under your belt to where you could say, okay, now I'm gonna move amongst these people and not become the experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it feels like, oh, I could just dip from what I'm doing now and it'll be all right. I'll come right back to it. But that's not how it worked with this. Like, it was a fucking long ass drive. I ended up spending like a week out there, and it felt like I completely derailed whatever the fuck I had going on.
Yeah,
But
I'm the
really
opposite. Like I was that way, and now I was a drifter. Now I'm the opposite. Like wherever I'm at, it's almost the other way now. I'm like, I got to get back to what I do, or even if it's just this. Right. So it would be the same thing if I had working at the warehouse, doing construction, whatever I was doing at the time. I can't be out and do this, and this because I have these responsibilities and obligations. I had to create that for myself because it was the one thing that I was afraid of and lacking and making excuses for. Right. So, yeah, for me, it was like just like sobriety, quote unquote, not using certain drugs, if any, pills and powders anymore. Was creating structure for myself, saying I got to be somewhere and do something, and I have value, and I'm bringing it this way. And when I'm done with that, I've done what I need to do on some level for the day, and then I have other options of other ways I can do that. But for me, I need that process because if not, I'll lose myself. Right? That's why I say show up for myself and others here every day. I need to create structure. I need to create obligations, responsibilities, accountabilities. If not, I'll drift, purposeless, meaningless. I'll get caught up in other people's work, non-work that they're not doing on themselves. I'll become their experience. I'll lose myself, right? And then I'll disrespect myself and my life and my opportunities and everything I've been allowed to engage in, right? So, yeah, I mean, once you take your life seriously, especially coming from a sobriety standpoint, you know when to be selfish and you know when to be selfless. And that's what this walk seems to be. How do we manage being selfless when it's appropriate and selfish when you need to be? You know? And I think that's the key. Folks are caught in one mode or the other.
Yeah, and everyone else is hopefully doing that same thing, and we're not all going to nail it at the same time. But yeah, Paul, you're basically saying the idle hands thing. And so for anybody looking for love, I would suggest just do that life you want, and that way the women or significant others you find will be in that life. Like, do comedy, Brian, and do the things you want to do, and that's where the women of that interest
But even
will
like
be.
you, Tom, I was thinking of this earlier. Oddly enough, I very rarely, if ever, think of metaversal miscreants on here. But for some reason, the thing revealed something to me that, like, the thing you hold up, this cat coin, might have been one of the worst things that happened for you, because now it allows you to say, "Well, I have a way to get value in the world, right?" And not have to really explore the value in me that I can bring to the world. It's one of the reasons why I think you're not dedicating yourself to Spurg News and other things. Because in your mind, you're like, hey, I got this shit beat. And the way you are is like, once you game the system and figure it out, you don't find any way to challenge yourself and go to the next level.
No, I'm still on the move. Like, this metaverse game we play is not my life whenever I'm not on here. Like, I'm out in Denver doing things. And the cat coin was just a strategy for the future. I made my money off stonks. But the cat coin was...
I'm making for you is, bro, you got cat coin, you're coming on here fighting and arguing with everybody, and that might work sometimes. But ultimately, where are you showing your value? What are you creating for yourself and everyone else here when you got motherfuckers lined up in a way waiting more than other people? It's not a lot to some people, not even really to me, but to others who can't get 50 subscribers, you got a few hundred people at least right off the bat wanting to know where your shit's at. So it's like, why are you focusing on doing things in Denver and trading cat coin and thinking that you got it all, when in reality, there's a next level for you that you can expand and recreate yourself and your reputation and your presentment and your
Are you talking about with my channel?
With everything, bro. I'm just talking about the way, like our lifestyle, the way we live and what we think about life and ourselves, and where we think we have completion versus where we've accepted less for ourselves and everyone else.
Right, I think is what you're doing is asking what I'm up to off of YouTube, because this YouTube thing's just hobby, fucking around with our drama games and making corny videos and shit. Like, I am working on some as we speak. But yeah, it's ever evolving. Like, I didn't drop Spurg News yet because things keep changing to where it's like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't roll with that concept for it. And it might only just be an episode or two as I constantly throw out random shit as I feel like doing it. I want to try and make sci-fi shit. I want to do a lot of shit.
The point I'm making is, Tom, you're a lot like me in that way. You've been drifting all your life and never applied yourself completely.
No. See, Paul, I've been professional for 15 years in Denver until I was in a wreck and homeless. Like, I was a district manager in Colorado Springs. I came up to Denver to go to
manager for what?
For a retail chain, and we had a store on each military base and a store inside Walmart.
Gave me more evidence of your purposeless, meaningless existence where you've been drifting. Tommy, as a retail district manager, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I've done other stuff, but I mean,
the only thing that might be worse is Paulie the gorilla.
No, all you're doing is like putting it in a context or judging it. Like, I was making money, I had a good life.
It's not the Tom I know.
Well, of course, the world has to have people that, like, that's what doing what a man does, is doing shit you don't want to do and being productive.
Okay, so then in your mind, with your story, that's all that you're worth, is what everyone else is going to do and has to do. You're not able to do more. It doesn't mean you can't do that and enjoy doing that. I'm not talking down on people. I'm saying in your mind, in your story, that's all you could bring to the table. And that's good enough. If that's all, I suspect that's not the case. I suspect much like me, you think you have more to bring to the table than just what everyone else does.
I've reached a point where I understand that it's like I tell Jack, it's like you can help people, but you're not necessarily, like, they need the freedom to decide if they even need help or if they have to go through their train wreck, you know?
They have to first ascertain that the place they're coming to is a place they can get help. You've not created that space.
Right. I'm not claiming to offer help or teaching, and that's not anybody.
You don't have to offer it. If you create a space that shows that, people will come.
Right, and I'm not even doing that. I'm just making videos for people that understand our community. Like, people not in our community would watch my videos and be like, what the fuck am I watching right now? That's fine. Like the Beast Goggles short film, that'll be broad concept. Like anybody that knows Revelations end times shit, they'll get that. But all this stuff where I'm like knocking out Toilet Bowl for his dumb shit and making you a trans terrorist, it's just for people that have been here since the like day one shit, you know? As far as what I'm doing, I'm just trying to hedge against what's coming. And I tell people when I can, even in life, like I've got a Mexican store out here that really appreciates the Fed stuff I inform him on, because he came to me like, they don't let me wire the money anymore. Can't let my customers wire the money. I'm like, yeah, because it ain't going to be that anymore. They'll be doing it themselves from their phone to anywhere. That shit's coming in July. Like Fed now, that starts in July. Like, it doesn't have to be adopted immediately.
We can't control that, Tom.
No, I agree. But you can hedge and protect yourself. The same way you have those bangs and the extra food and the water.
We can't remain in a state of constant protection, because then
no,
we do
it's
not
never guaranteed.
Growth.
But you need to prepare. You don't want to just be blindsided.
I didn't say that we shouldn't prepare. I'm saying when we remain, like a lot of folks do, in a state of protection and survival, we never really grow and thrive. And one of the ways that's done is by living constantly, driving, looking in the rearview mirror, so to speak, living in the future or in the past.
Yeah, and what I was saying earlier when I asked you if you believe in a Revelations prophecy thing, which I'm starting to more than I used to, there's a level of that as a believer in the Jesus man, like I know I can't stop or fix any of that.
Why would you choose to believe in something? What is it about your nervous system that requires you to make a choice of belief rather than go with what you know and don't know?
Well, I would say I know in my faith, but faith can't be a proven thing. But
so you don't know enough in your life with all your wacky dealings, no matter how much you try to self-sabotage and sabotage others, everything always comes back to source. You don't see that over and over again with you and I, other people?
No, I do see that. I know that, but I wouldn't agree that I self-sabotage and sabotage others.
Okay. So you don't see like pretty much obvious evidence of what we call God or creation or the
I do, but as far as my personal testimony and faith, it's like you have to know that anything you would say for your testimony, an atheist could just debunk how you're mistaken, but it has to be that way because God will not be proven because he demands faith, and you can only have faith if there is no proof but your faith.
Right. The truth cannot be validated or invalidated by the ignorant.
Well, God can't. You can show truth. You can show facts and provable things.
That's the point. I don't put a name or a title on what you call God.
Except for God or Sky Daddy, yeah.
God is just a way of communicating an idea, in which case it probably does more harm than good because now you got Sky Daddy in your mind.
And that's why
it's a person in the sky deal.
And that's why I've always been saying, well, I don't call myself a Christian because you see what the label Christian is doing these days. I don't want to be attached to that. But
I gotta thank Tommy D, Illuma Slavery, before we get deeper, because it's been here. Thank you, Tommy D, for your contribution, sir. Allows us to do whatever it is we're doing here right now. So that might be a blessing to some, might be a pariah to others, or just a general source of confusion. You were saying?
Yeah, hold on. I think I lost it. It might come back to me.
Thoughts Expert Panel.
A lot of backbiting hoes out here, bro. A lot of broken backbiting hoes that want to pipe up on goddamn lines and keyboards, but they don't want to fucking be real men and come on panels or even meet in real life and hash it out. I know that. I know that's true.
Right. Yeah, all these very tough people are afraid to show their vulnerability, either by getting their ass whooped on live or coming on here and showing a loving, caring, truthful side of themselves. So we're like avoiding honorability and accountability at all costs, it seems.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely are. Then they want to talk shit on people that
that speak up about it and stand for something, and you know, don't just sit on the sidelines and you know, they're not quiet about it, because you know, if you just ignore it, it'll go away. Well, I'm not like that. I'm not fucking going to ignore something and it go away. If I see some bullshit, I'm going to fucking speak up about it. And just because I raise my goddamn voice don't mean I ain't fucking calm.
Uh-oh. Pogo Paul, Mad Mystic is here now. One of Snafu's creatures coming in from Penile Power's chain stream.
Yeah,
yes,
she's
Penile
psycho.
Power. This is one of the things, right? You'll notice there's a little mark next to her name, a chain, and of course it's attached to a slave. So if we could get that chained up slave under control, I would appreciate it. It's gnashing its teeth, it's hating, it's desperate for whatever it believes I have. And of course, you can't have access to what it is I have because you'd misuse it in every way. We know that. Power flows in certain directions for a reason. So does value. You might want to figure that out.
I will give her credit that she's always been anti-Paul, because whenever the Goblin thing went down, her and Snafu were anti-Paul, and he came over here and hug-a-buddied up.
Hashtag truth, yo. Look, she's completely insane. I saw this woman. She does a broadcast to 5 people. She's got 200 subscribers. She's completely insane and addled by whatever drugs and alcohol she's consumed throughout her life. Seems to be irreparable damage. I don't want to ever think that. But I wish to work with this person to bring them to some level of redeemability if they're willing and able, which it seems at this time they're not willing nor able. One, if not both. So I'm here for you, man, when you want to do the work for yourself. If not, you can just keep watching, waiting, hating with my name in your mouth and promoting me indirectly. It's what I do here. It works great for me, not so much for you.
I feel like they created their own espionage from them to like the trucker community, where they're all just lost in their sauce of like accusing each other of being agents.
I gotta stop you. You know how I know God is working with me? Because I've done way more drugs than all these people when I was lost and broken and confused, and I've retained my comprehension, my compatibility with life on life's terms. I'm able to ascertain what's going on in the room a lot of the time, it would seem to me. These folks are like, again, it's like a Michael J. Fox special. The camera's shaking, their hands are shaking, they're looking all over, and we just want to get them some help, get them some aid. So, you know, I've done it all pretty much except crack and meth, because I saw early on, it seemed no matter like what everyone else did, the folks who did the crack and the meth were the ones who always wound up like that. So I stayed away from it, even though I was curious to try it, and I would have tried anything because I was broken at the time. Now I don't do any of it except reefer.
Yeah, and I wouldn't really even attach them. I tried crack once, and it's more like cheap coke.
Yeah, I've done that. I'm talking about when I see folks who smoke methamphetamine and crack, they wind up like these people who do these broadcasts to nobody.
I think she just drinks too much, because I've seen her carrying bottles around, stumbling around.
Didn't I say alcohol and drugs? Alcohol's like number 3 on the list for just completely toxic, destructive substances that make you destroy yourself and lose yourself and others. So it's like meth, crack, alcohol, probably heroin, you know.
Now, even when I did meth, I wouldn't touch alcohol.
Alcohol is the most easily accessible drug there is.
There's a reason for that. It also helps you shut down and just go work and not question the government. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Because don't forget, meth, you change one molecule on meth and we've got a nation of kids prescribed to it. And a man who almost took over the world with a small mustache was doing it constantly.
Right. I did MDMA at one point. It's methyl dioxymethamphetamine, MDMA. It's a derivative of methamphetamine, but it does not produce what produces with these people, the affect. You know, it may produce something else. Again, I've seen those people out in the forest who are on the MDMA, and they got this hollow look to their eyes, like they don't know where they are and who they're talking to when they're looking at you. So
isn't that like a hallucinogen?
No, it's Molly. It's like a derivative.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like the purest form of what they call ecstasy.
Yeah, it's Molly. I forgot that that's the
right.
Molly.
It's a love drug. It just produces overwhelming euphoria and dopamine, and you feel connected to everybody in life. That's how you're supposed to be normally. I got a clue for everybody.
Right, and then DMT gets mixed in, and it crashes in my brain.
Right.
That's why I was
but
thinking
that's why
of the
it's probably best to stay away from these things, except in dire circumstances where therapy is needed that can't be achieved through thoughts, emotions, and actions. Work. You could bring that in to give someone like myself who never felt love what that feels like as a chemical reaction, and now they can go back to the world and produce that on their own. But if you've never had that experience, you'd be not motivated to try to produce anything because you wouldn't believe it exists. So you first have to know something exists and know that you could achieve it. And then you could work on the steps to getting it and having it, keeping it. So brain chemistry is no different. You do things in your life to create euphoria and dopamine rush that is healthy for yourself and everyone else. And then you go to a state of rest where you're not doing that. And you should be fulfilled and peaceful as long as you're not, as long as there's work being done. Right? It's not like, oh, hey, I'm going to jump out of a plane every day, create endorphin rushes, and go be fulfilled and peaceful. There's more work to do. So you got to find a balance of that.
I used that one time back whenever I was using meth, and somebody was asking me about it. I was like, hey, yeah, I do this, but you'll never see me up there on a sheer cliff just climbing for fun. I'm like, that ain't my thing. I'll just sit here and do this.
Right. Yeah, at some point, I may jump out of a plane because I see the value. Like you're gambling with your physical life to achieve a state of pushing past fear. That is where your power is in all situations. Court, relationships, you got to feel so much fear of what may happen and then push past that. If you could do that in that situation, physically, mentally, emotionally, you could do it anywhere. So I may do that at some point just because I see the value in it. And I live like that.
And that's what I was telling Jack a couple of days ago. It's like even special forces dudes in war, they don't live without fear.
I gotta stop you, Tom. That's it. That's it. I've had enough. I've had enough of the abuse, the hate, the misuse of this platform, the lack of safety. No one's following policy. I'm disconnecting your stream right now, Penile Power. You did it.
Thanks, Snaps.
Remove. You could thank Snafu Snaps. Another job well done. Penile Power thanks you. And you'll go cupcake with him. He'll talk to you privately. Hey, bro, I had to do that because I'm on a mission with Pogos. And you'll like, oh, it's cool. Instead of going, you're a piece of shit, Snafu Snaps. You fucked up another situation because it's all about you. You're a bitch and a host. Stay the fuck out of my inbox and keep it moving till he gets his act together. So now I got to remove your shit because you keep allowing it. And he's going to keep repeating. I don't feel bad for him. He's a miscreant. He's going back to jail or prison where he came from, and there's a reason. Okay? If you think a guy like this isn't doing this all day in his life, he's going to get punched in his face. He's going to act out, and someone's going to put a knife in him to shut him the fuck up and stop him from his relentless onslaught of misguided non-principles. So
but that's the thing.
He's